EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Washington Commanders and the Cleveland Browns. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. This defense for the Commanders, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go again with Powell. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Powell throwing on 3rd down here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Powell looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. Powell. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce. Out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The Browns at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football. But if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They'll try the air now with Watson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. He's going deep for Brown. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Washington. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way packing play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They run with Powell. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Commanders are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Watson now to throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The tight end in motion right. On first down, Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, Howell to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here's Powell. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Faking the handoff. Howell. And that is incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Howell down to throw it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Powell. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 43 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Powell. And he'll just get rid of it.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. The middle they go. Powell. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Powell, he'll look to throw it. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
To try again after the sack. Powell dumps off to Powell. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Washington on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Powell, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-7. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a score.
And now Watson throws another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
He'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Up the middle they go. Powell. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing here, Howell. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to...
And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Watson off play action. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw again on second down. Watson. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Washington looking for another timeout, and they get it. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Watson on third down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
He's going deep for Brown. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Off play action. It's Howell. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Yannick Ngakoue. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, Howell loses it. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Chubb. It's going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Quick throw completed by Watson. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Now receiver in motion left. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. Well, Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now they go play action with Howell. On the move to his left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Howell throwing on 1st down here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
In motion right is Brown. On 2nd down, it's Powell. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, Powell. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They run for it. Here's Powell. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. This time they'll throw it with Howell. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin, 39 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat. And if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here's Powell on the return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They start the drive with a give to Powell. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Powell, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. The offense on third down, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They run the counter. Powell, and only able to get 2 here.